Man, I love my Maxford hybrid. This thing is hot off a perfect lie, but you know what? There are other ways that you could use your hybrid that can help you lower your scores. Today we're going to talk about that. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV. And if you've followed any of our stuff here, you know we are big advocates of the hybrid because the hybrid is one of the best inventions in club design over the last 50 years because it makes shots a lot easier. It helps get the ball up in the air, it helps launch it high, soft, and it's easy to hit. But there are other ways that you can use this hybrid that you might not have thought of. So today I want to share with you 3 specific ones. Now, we're going to talk about a shot out of a divot. Then we're going to talk about the rough, and then we're going to talk about around the green. So let's dive into the first one. So believe it or not, every once in a while, I mean, I'm here at the driving range, but every once in a while you'll hit a good drive and the ball will come to rest in a divot in the fairway. All right? That's part of golf. It is what it is. But the beauty of the hybrid is that it actually makes this shot a little bit easier because of the way the hybrid is designed, the sole and the loft on it helps you actually get that ball out of the divot. So that's the first tip I want to give you. If you have a golf ball that finishes in a divot in the fairway, think of your hybrid. Now, I want you to grab your most lofted hybrid. So for me, my Maxford 22 degree, that's my most lofted hybrid that I have in the bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to move it just slightly back in the stance relative to normal. So on a normal hybrid, of course, I have it kind of off with the logo on my golf shirt, but because it's in a hole or it's in a divot, I'm going to move it back so it's maybe somewhere between the logo typically and the buttons on my shirt. All right, so here we go. I set it behind there. I'm going to move the ball just slightly back in my stance relative to normal. Okay, go ahead and swing it. Ooh, that popped out of there pretty nice. So one of the areas that you can use your hybrid that you might not have thought of is out of a divot. Now, the second area that you can use your hybrid is around the greens. Sometimes we get those shots around the green where the ball's not on the green, it's kind of in the fringe, or maybe it's in the rough, and it's just a delicate shot. It's just a bad lie. It's sitting down, it's in a hole, whatever. Maybe the grass is growing against you. It's just the shot that you look at, and you're thinking to yourself, man, this lie is just not very good. Well, the hybrid is a club that you might be able to use in that particular situation. So once again, I got the 22 degree, and what you want to do with this is you just want to set up like you're going to hit a putt. I personally like to use the same grip. I like to get a little bit closer. I like my eyes to be over the golf ball, and I'm literally going to make a putting motion. Now, because the hybrid and the way that it's designed, the sole on it, the ground hugging sole, we call it with the Max Vert, all right, combined with the 22 degrees of loft, what will happen is that the ball will hop up in the air just a little bit, kind of hip hop up over the fringe and roll out onto the green. So when you're around the green, typically you're going to use a chipping club, a pitching wedge, a sand wedge, but if you got an awkward lie that you're not really comfortable with, also think of using the hybrid. Set up like a putt, make a putting motion, and you might just be surprised. Now, I got to tell you this. If you haven't already, hey, be sure to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and also, you know it, we love hearing where you're from. We got people from all over. I mean, Australia, Africa, of course, we love our friends from the UK, Canada, they're kicking in right now. It's golf season in Canada. They are watching right now. We love our Canadian friends out there, and we love all of you. So be sure to tell us where you're from and what it is that you want Nick and I and the team here to be talking about. Now, the third area that you could use your hybrid that you might not be thinking of is out of the rough. Okay, hybrids, as I've said already now 2 or 3 times, the design of it, the sole of it, help the club actually get through the grass. So when you get into the longer grass, I want you to be thinking about the hybrid also. Once again, your most lofted hybrid, all right? And much like the ball when it was in a divot in the fairway, I want you to move the ball back slightly in the stance, I want you to actually grip down on it just a little bit, and I want you to grip it a little bit firmer also, because that long grass is going to want to twist and turn the club head. So I got the ball slightly back like I did when it was in a divot in the fairway, choking down a little bit, gripping it a little bit firmer, and I'm going to go ahead and make the swing, and what you're going to find is it's probably going to pop out of there. So the hybrid, one of the best designed golf clubs over the last 50 years. It's great off the fairway and off a perfect lie, but it's also great out of a divot. It's pretty good around the green, and it's really good out of the rough. These 3 ideas right here will open up your mind to how you might use the hybrid and shoot some lower scores.